Oh, I wish YouTube was better at going live. I think it's live now. Hey, Andy from Absurd Joy. I'm not doing the 10-minute code jam this morning, the code doodle, not doing a code doodle. I'm going to do something a little bit longer. I predict it's going to take an hour, maybe more, maybe less. Depends on how detailed I want to get. I've had this urge to create a VR bus that I can drive. I know it's going to be terrible, and it's going to look terrible, and it's going to make me sick to my stomach, and it's going to be bad, but I want a circular wheel that I can grab and turn and have that steer a vehicle in a larger context. It's just been on my mind. It's just something I want to do. I have no good reason for doing it. It's just a creative thing. Let's make some garbage. Let's make some hot garbage bus driving thing. So for this, because it's not a 10-minute, because it's not going to be a 10-minute code doodle, I'm actually working off of more of a different code base. And this is a code base that I actually use for, if you're spying on my scenes here, this is actually one of my test scenes that I use for testing all of our different technology and everything like that. I'm going to just duplicate one of these scenes out of here. And I'm going to drive a bus. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some existing code that I have to make the VRs go faster. I've got this environment that I can use that already exists. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to time myself and see how long it takes. So maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. It's 9 a.m. right now, definitely before lunch, but I don't want to spend that much time on it either. So I'm gonna be trying to make this go as fast as possible, no regard to cleanliness of code or anything. The only thing that looks half decent is going to be the code that I've already written previously. You might see some clips of that. Anyway, why don't we just get started, and I'll talk my way through what I'm trying to do. So, first of all, I already have in this scene an XR player with an avatar, and I have a template environment, which I'm probably going to nuke the whole thing of. I don't need this or this, and that's going to turn into a steering wheel, so I'm going to leave that there, and I don't need, well, why not leave in the companion cameras for now? Why not? So first thing I want to do is just get a steering wheel working. So why don't we make an empty object, which is just our steering column. And in that, we're going to make a cylinder. And this is going to be the post that the steering wheel sits on. That's a human scale for reference, I guess. So those hands are comically big. It's a work in progress that is not very good right now. So that looks like the right diameter for a steering column, and I don't know how tall it needs to be, so let's just make it extra tall for now. Whoop. And then onto the steering column, let's make us a another cylinder. And this one is going to be squat and wide, and this is going to be our steering wheel. Ooh. I guess I should probably make that a little bit thicker so it's easier to grab. Lower it down a bit. And maybe that's probably too big. It's too big, isn't it? Well, let's check. Let's throw on the VR headset. I haven't booted up VR yet, so let's give it a few seconds to warm up. See what happens there. Come on, headset. I'm using a Vive Index. I'm waiting for the base stations to warm up right now. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's turn on some hands so you at home can also get an idea of how this is. My avatar's not working. Actually, that looks like a decent size. First things first, let's fix the hands. So what's broken about the hand? Oh, I disabled them because I was doing animations. Haha. That's a good reason, right? Left hand, right hand, avatar. Yeah. Let's re-enable these tracking objects. Okay. Now my hands should be comically too big. Now starting Maple the cat, making a bunch of noise. Yeah, meow. Beep, beep. Yeah, that looks like an all right size. Okay, so next up, the hard part. I need to. This is going to be probably the hardest part, which is not to say it's super hard, but you know it's hardest. I need to make this steering wheel grabbable, and I need to make it just rotate on this plane. Now, thankfully, whoever authored the Steam VR plugin did a really good job of doing some of that stuff earlier. So hopefully I can just reuse that. Okay, so I've got parabolic beam set up. Left hand has a teleport, trigger locomotion, beam teleport when you hit primary down. Okay, I should have working teleport. Let's see if teleport is working. Primary down, I think, is A. Oh, B. Okay, I've got a teleport. Oop. And here's a lever that Steam VR made. You see my hand is kind of where the yellow ring is, so I definitely, this is just garbage right now, but grab that. Okay, I can spin that. So if you just flop this on its side and you reduce the angle lock on there, then you should be able to just turn that into a steering wheel. So I've confirmed it's all hooked up correctly. Let's just see how this lever object is set up. So the base is just a container, nothing in it. The base, the bottom half, has no logic in it. So all the logic's in the lever itself. It's interactable. It's a script I wrote. AJ attach behavior. So interactable just means that you can grab it or you can interact with it in some way. That could mean grabbing it. It could mean doing something else, like pushing a button or something. Just general script for something that's interactable in the world. AJ attach behavior is basically saying the interactable behavior is it's going to attach, which is like a grab or a pickup or, you know, locking a gun into your hand or, you know, something like that. Instead of, so you can reparent it to your hand, it can follow your hand, physics can move it to your hand, you know, there's a whole bunch of things you can do here. But we're using a custom interface with events. Open events. Oh, nope, the events are manually set up in code. So we're using an offset position. We are going to call the lever, let's see, pull geo, nothing there. Okay, highlight, this just makes it glow yellow when your hand's near it. So that's nice. And this is so a lot of this code of the circular drive system is from that Steam VR original example. Rewrote it several times since 2016. Yeah, so we can see we're limiting the angle to about 45 degrees. It's probably some bugs with that. I haven't really tested it. There's a rigid body on it, and the Geo and the Collider are actually children. Okay. Okay, so I need, this is the steering column. Well, this is the vertical pole, and this is the steering wheel. It's the actual steering wheel geometry, so I actually want a container that is the steering wheel, and this is the steering wheel Geo, which is going to become a child. There we go. Okay, so now the layout is similar to this here. The Geo doesn't need any scripts on it. Interactable, attached behavior. Okay, so interactable, attached behavior, which is custom. We need a rigid body. It'll be kinematic, right? Yep. We want it to highlight, and we want a circular drive. And the highlight material is going to be the wrist bracelet mat. It'd help if I'm able to type. Bracelet mat. And bracelet is just the hand bracelet, which is yellow. So just a nice yellow behavior. And circular drive. So I actually think it's not going to be x-axis, right? It's going to be z-axis that you want to spin around, I think. What else do we have set up over here? Don't have to set any of these. Okay. So z-axis. We don't want to limit the rotation. And this linear mapping is another SteamVR invention thing, which will automatically populate in here, but just for clarity, I'm going to throw that in. And the child collider is going to end up being that. So this value here is going to be the number we watch for the steering. So this is what we'll hook our logic into, is this right here. Now, just so that I can see the steering wheel spinning, I'm going to add a cylinder. And I'm going to resize it here so that I can, get some texture to the rotation. Then we could just see it spinning around when you grab a hold of it. Like that, right? Right? Okay, that should be enough. Now, I noticed the steering wheel is a little low, which is hard to debug when I am... Oh, geez. None of it's centered. I forgot to zero my coordinates. Okay, move this out for a sec. Zero it. Zero it. Move it back in. Boom. Okay. Okay. It's a little low, which is going to be hard to debug, so I'm just going to raise it up a bit higher. And just so you have a better view at home, I'll zoom in on this and we'll take a look at this. Okay, let's do the test. Let's see if my first step even worked. My hands is turned off. Come on, hands. Whoopsie doodles. And it's doing a weird thing with the scaling too. You know what? I would want to fix that, but I don't have time. I forgot to hit start on my fucking timer. Damn it. How long has it been? What's the broadcast say right now? Does it say on the broadcast? Surely it says 14 minutes and 20 seconds. I wasn't coding the whole time. Can I pre-populate this? I cannot. Okay, I'm just going to add 14 minutes to that. Woo! Okay. Damn it. Streaming. I'll eventually get it. Okay, let's change the axis on this. I thought it was X. Oh, I did it again. I do it every stream. Z is not up and down. Y is up and down, isn't it? Come on, spin. Oh, yeah. I'm bumping into my desk. So let's move back, teleport forward. Woo! Look at that go. Okay. Maple the cat has decided to come join us. Right in front of my chair when I have my VR headset on, as cats are wont to do. Okay, so here I'm going to watch this linear mapping value, and I'm just going to make sure that it is indeed adjusting. It looks like it is, but let's just double check. If I rotate counterclockwise, oh, let's stop editing it. Oh, crap, let's focus. Okay, counterclockwise, the number goes down. Yep, working. And clockwise, the number goes up. Oh, but it loops. When it goes over 1, it just loops back to 0. Okay. I was under the impression that that value would keep rolling if it wasn't limited. So I think if I look at this code, it's just going to be nothing worth editing in there. I'm going to have to look at the custom attached circular drive code. I'm just going to see if it's worth fixing. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Fun times. Yeah, nothing in there. And we're looking for the... I'll zoom it a little bit for you. Linear mapping. Where do we use this? Update linear mapping. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I want to actually mess with that. So what I'm gonna do, I think... Oh, is out angle just constantly increasing? You know what? That might be the number I'm actually looking for, is out angle. And if out angle is all I need, then great. I'm just gonna use that, and then I don't have to use the linear mapping. So now I'm just going to be spamming the out mapping here. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, which way am I going? Counterclockwise. Constantly gets more and more negative. Clockwise. Constantly gets more and more positive. Yep, okay. Cool. So all I need is the out angle, and that's it. I don't need the linear mapping. I think it's going to try adding the linear mapping to the game object anyway, which, fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so I now have a steering wheel. I now need something to hook it up to, so I need to build myself a basic bus. You know what the fastest way of making a basic bus is using Google Poly. So this is a tool, Poly Toolkit, and it browses the Google Poly Asset Store. And I'm going to just search for a bus. This toolkit is rad, and it has an API so you can dynamically spawn things as well. Oh wow, look at this party bus. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Let's import this party bus. Let's see. Let's view it on the web browser. Look at this party bus. It's got a heart and flames. Oh damn. Okay. Who made this? Natasha M. Yeah. All right, Natasha M. You get credit. I'm gonna remix this. No problem. I like all of Natasha M's. Oh no, these aren't all Natasha M. Never mind. Oh man, I'm loving this party bus. Okay, so I hit the import button. It should have been imported. Let's just double check. Assets, party bus, boop. It's a baby party bus. It's tiny. Okay, I can scale that up, but also it looks like we're getting some broken shaders. Womp womp. That's too bad. I think, what do we have on like the main body here? Is it just because the lighting isn't big or something? Let's just see. Probably not. I think it's because I'm using the high using the universal rendering pipeline, and I bet the materials on this object just aren't compatible. But that's okay. How about we just drive a pink party bus? How about that? Or can I do the terrible nightmare thing of I don't know how to fix these. How would I just replace them, right? Right? That's a thing I can do. Let's make the highlights orange. And highlights are orange. Waveform? That sounds kind of blue. Teal. Let's make it teal. The embers, those would be red. A comet. Comet sounds rainbow. Smoke. Streamers, maybe? I don't even know. Okay. White. Snow, no, not snow. Yeah, let's go with that black color. What's this? Yeah, I think this is going to be black as well, right? Yeah, because it's like the wheels and the speakers. Okay. Look at me fixing models live on stream. Woo! Red. Haha. Okay. Looking good, looking good. This is glass. Is that right? Nope. I don't know what that is. Let's make it yellow. And this is, I don't know what this is. Bluish. Look at that. Okay, now we've got a bit of a party bus. Cool. Okay. There's my crappy my crappy rendition of a party bus. Okay, so this steering wheel is kind of the right size that I want, and this party bus is not. So, whoop, that's the heart. Collapse that down. Where is your, oh, there's your control handle. Okay, bring us up here, and what do we think? 10 times bigger? No, that is too big. What was it? 2-to-1 model, you think? 5-to-1 model? That's looking better. That's looking better. Not perfect, but better. Okay, we need to clear ourselves a spot in this environment. So I don't need the lever anymore. That's just my example object. This is our template environment. I need the ground. I don't think I need... Whoops. I don't need to delete it. I just need to zip them out of existence. Let's keep the light though. Light's good. Light's a good thing to have. And can I just make this big? Hey, there we go. And I screw up all the texture tiling, but that's fine. Okay, let's just double check that this bus is the correct size. Get a hand going so I can actually teleport. Come on, hand. Hey, bus. Look at that bus. I'm getting some rendering issues on some of these particle effects that are happening on here, but yeah. I'm going to switch on my right hand. I'm going to switch it from teleport. I'm going to switch it to... Where's my right hand? Not the avatar. Right hand. Instead of beam teleport, I'm going to make it point and move and allow flight. That's going to allow me to just clip into the geometry instead of being limited to outside of it. So that I can check out the interior. Seems a little small still. Yeah, definitely a little cramped. Okay, let's grab this bus. Just gonna rename it Buzz by Natasha Emma. Let's take this bus and try 7 times bigger. See what that feels like. I just tried to stand up while stepping on the cable. Alright, I mean this... Maybe it feels a little big. But maybe it's alright. Maybe it's alright. Door handle I can open. The roof is too low. That's a problem. But maybe I can just stand in the seat. That feels alright. Good enough. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if I can do surgery on just the bus's steering wheel, because it's all baked into a model, right? I don't have it busted out into individual game objects. Yeah, so I can't just delete this steering wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my steering wheel, which is over here, and I'm just going to boop, put it right over top of it. Badoop. And no one will be the wiser. Let's center it first. Lower it down. And let's take the steering wheel geometry. Let's just make it bigger. Ooh, and if I make it thicker, I could just bastardize Natasha's art. Sorry, Natasha. It's remixing. You allowed this. You asked for this. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so now I have a nice steering wheel. Hard to see. Ugh. Oh, geez. Nope, not doing that. Okay, good enough. Okay, I now have a steering wheel hooked to the bus. Okay, now I need the bus model. Oh, wait. First, let's zero the position of the bus logic. Oh, no. I'm going to make the steering wheel a child of the bus geometry, just so I can preserve its position for now. Then I'm going to make this a child of bus logic and zero the transform. Then I'm going to bring the steering column back out, thus preserving all the positions and all zero centered. Okay. So this is the art, and this is the steering column, and they will stick together. Ooh. Okay, now I need to take, I think I need to take both of these and lift them up because I'm underground and it's not zeroed out properly. So take the two children, lift them up. Let's get those wheels nice and good. A little low. Can I just grab that? Pretty good. Good enough. Okay. Okay. Now, this model doesn't have any colliders, does it? No, it does not. Okay. So I need a... What's the bus going to be? It's just going to be like a cube that slides around? Sure, let's do it. Let's just make it a cube. The bus is now technically a cube. Let's make it 0.5 up, so that should be resting right on the ground. Yep, okay. And I'm going to extend it out this way. Ooh, and let's... Why isn't it centered? Is the bus not centered? It's not me that didn't center it. Okay. Up. There we go. Oh, let's check forward and aft. It's pretty close. Close enough. Oh, is it close enough? Let's find out. This cube. So I want the bus to like bump into corners and things. So that's basically the collision bounding box. Which means it needs to be much taller. Like there. Yeah, and I won't do collision on the the speaker smokestacks up top. Sweet. Okay, that's our collision. Collision cube. Nice and dirty. I'm just going to keep the box collider active, and I'm not going to make the mesh renderer visible. So, okay, so now we have a collider, and we have a rigid body on the steering column, but I think I can nest this, right? I can just like throw a rigid body up here. Let's say this bus is 1,000 pounds, and let's make a script called bus logic. Bus logic. Bus logic. Okay. Bus logic. Okay, so the first thing we need is what's the name of that script? We need to get a reference to the steering column so that we can get the out angle on the AJ custom attached circular drive. There we go. And I'm going to make this a speed situation, so the bus is constantly moving forwards. And turn force. Now, in an effort to save time, I'm going to do the common practice of copy and paste. So in my 10-minute code jam, oh, that annoys me so much. Can I just move that up? No, I can't, can I? Ugh. Okay, wait, I'm gonna fix this because screw that. I hate that. Now I can delete that and rename that. Okay. I'm I have a script in here, which is the bus controller from a previous project. And the bus controller, I'm actually just going to copy and paste it in. Woo! Okay, so this should be bus logic now. And I got a rigid body, speed and max speed. I don't know what the steering angle is. It's not what I think it is. It's like steering force, I think. And oh, what did I just have? AJ custom attached circular drive, right? Drive. Okay, so now I'm just going to try running this, but it should be based off of input horizontal, which should be the W and the D keys. So let's see if that works. Is it moving it forward? It is, okay. So yeah, just as a start, let's see if this works. Does the ground has a collider on it. Bus logic. Just give it a speed. 100? 1,000? Okay. What happens? What happens? The bus is gone. There it goes. Bazoo. I don't know why it's jittering. Come on, bus. Let's keep that all... Well, let's just disable this. Make sure it's not exploding immediately. It is. Why are you exploding immediately? Is it because you have... Is there colliders in here somewhere? No. Collision cube is here. That's fine. We don't need that collider. We need that collider. We have a rigid body here, but it's kinematic. Don't need that collider. Why is it just exploding now? Oh, is it in the floor? Is it just like straight up in the ground? Let's raise it up. Kapew! Wow, it... Okay. Okay, good debug is just disable everything. So now we just see, I'm going to re-enable the render on the collision cube. Wait, is it the VR avatar? Is the VR avatar just like clipping into it and that's just destroying everything? Because the VR avatar is right underneath there. Nope. Is it the collision cube and the steering pole conflicting? Yes. Yes, I think it is. Because now there's no collider except for the steering wheel. It just falls through the floor. If I turn on the collision cube and I turn off the steering column. Live debugging, ladies and gentlemen. That's fine. Yay. Okay, so... Is it because there's a rigid body in here? Because this will just explode, right? Yeah. Tell you what. Maybe I can just drop our collision cube below the steering wheel, and now it's not clipping into it, and maybe that'll be fine. Maybe. A Kathump. Yeah. Okay. So it's just this big box overlapping the steering wheel, which fine, I guess. I guess that's fine. But just for added realism, let's duplicate and add a few more. And now I'll remove those renderers and go. And now we should have a nice bus that behaves itself and sits there on the ground. Steering wheel is active, everything's on. Now let's see if my keyboard controls work with a speed of 100, I guess. Whoops. Nope. 1,000? I just fell over sideways. So the bus is rotated 90 degrees as well, which I should have caught. Did not. Now it's facing forwards. Let's give it... beep, beep. Well, rotation works. Not in the way I thought. Oh, geez. Woo, 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 woo. And I can see the bus is not centered nicely, but that's fine. Okay, so let's turn down the steering force. And I think I'm going to need to take... because these collision cubes are redistributing the center of mass. So let's make this bottom... oh, I can't change. Ugh. I'm just going to delete the upper. It'll look bad. I'll fix it later. Let's give this a physics material. Like what? How about something that's... ah, crap. Let's make one at the root. Create a physics material that is bus cube. Let's try that. All right, bus cube. See if this feels any different. Oh yeah, the Tokyo Drift bus. Okay, so I definitely want to turn down speed, and I actually want to dampen the steering a bit too. 20. Maybe 50 is good. Okay, and the bus no longer has enough force to go faster, so this is kind of the acceleration number. Should have labeled those numbers better earlier. I would add a whole bunch of trail renderers if I was going to be keeping this an external view. But 700, 150. Here are the values. 700, 150. Okay, so now next step is to make the player sit in the bus. I think I can just drag that in there. That should be enough, right? Right? And let's move it up to the steering wheel. Yay. Okay, so 0, 0 is now kind of basically at the steering wheel, which I don't want. I want the floor to be at the steering wheel, right? So that if I stand in the middle of the room, I should be standing at the steering wheel. Let's just double check that. Hey, look at that. Okay, perfect. I'm kind of hunched over. Wait, where's my steering wheel? Did my steering wheel get left behind? Oh, steering wheel. Steering column. It got moved out somehow. Okay, come back, steering wheel. And I want that to be right in the middle here. And lowered. And raised. Okay, that should be good. Can I grab this? Let's see how nice this is. Woo. Okay, I think I'm going to turn off that yellow texture. Oh no! Goodbye, world. Okay. I want to add a skybox, but that's not going to be easy. How do you make a terrain? I tried this on my last stream and I failed at it. Terrain. There's like a terrain window, right? Maybe not. None of those are terrain. None of those are terrain. None of those are terrain. No to rain. Come on. How do you make a terrain? Volume? I've never made a terrain before. I'm not the artist. Terrain. Nice. I have a terrain now. This terrain is grand and vast. Now, I want to edit this terrain with paintbrush, mountains. Woo. Okay, and wait, let's turn off the auto-generate lighting real quick so that I can actually work with some speed. Let's lift this whole thing up a little bit and let's make it adjust the dimensions. Maybe I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. Whatever. Okay, let's get some softer hills. Let's make them bigger. There we go. And crank that up a bit. Let's make a nice star-shaped hill. Boop. And I need... Not 100%, come on. I'm just randomly spamming some shapes on here. So now I want a hill. Okay, perfect. That looks like beautiful terrain. Let's make it 10 times the size. It's already got a... Oh, it doesn't let me change the size. Scale. There has to be some scale or size or... That's wind. Is it this? Terrain width, terrain length. Yeah. There we go. Now I have a vast frontier to explore, and that allows me to... I'm just going to drag out that... Ugh. Let's just break this prefab. Keep the directional light. Delete the existing terrain. Take this terrain. Roughly center it. And lower it down because it is above the bus. Wait, where's the bus? I can't even see the bus anymore. This terrain's so big. There's the bus. Bus, 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 bus. Bus. terrain. Come back up. Come on up, train. Is that... There we go. Okay, and on the terrain, I guess I should add a texture of some kind, right? Can I add a texture? How do I add a texture? 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 You know what? I don't want a texture. I never wanted a texture. Whoops. Let's just auto-generate the lighting here. And okay, so now I should have a bus that just on its own drives forward over a mountainous terrain. Wait, what's... Oh, the auto-generate lighting hadn't completed, I don't think. Also, it doesn't look very hilly, does it? Can I just edit the vertical? Can I just amplify the vertical? Terrain height. Right? Like just like that, right? Yeah. That'll really amplify it. And then let's lower the whole thing back down again. I think I just need to wait for the baking to finish. Wait for the bacon to finish. Okay, let's give that a try. So, yeah. So in my view, my right eye isn't showing anything, so I think there is something messed up. But it seems to be working, and I should be able to steer. Yeah, the terrain's not casting shadows either. That's strange. Also, why am I'm going sideways. Okay. Let's see if we can solve that. So, how do I add a material to the terrain? Is there... You know what? I'm just going to grab a material and drag and drop it to the terrain and hope Unity knows what I'm trying to do. Materials. Green? You don't have a green. 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 Nice dark green. Green. Oh, it won't let me do it. Oh, material. Terrain staring me in the face. How about green? Boom. There we go. Okay. Lighting, do your thing. Looks nicely shaded here. Not quite shaded enough. Is that because my directional light needs just an edit? Like that. Yeah, bake that lighting. And just so I feel more comfortable, let's move the bus to a flat surface. There we go. Maybe this is better. I'm just hoping my eye works. Yeah, my eye's working now. So it was that. So now with A and D, I should be able to steer. Which I can. I mean, I'm drifting. I might need more friction. Oh yeah, let's get some sweet air. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, okay. Seeing the shadow of the bus really helps. I'm having to hunch down a little. Oh yeah, sweet. This feels pretty rad already. Having the shadow is helping so much. I'm wondering if I need to add those trail renderers for the wheels. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, now we're upside down. Okay. Okay, so that's working. So now I just need to swap out A and D on the keyboard for the steering column. So that should be a snap. He says confidently. I just want the in-out drive, and I need an amplification factor of some kind, which I think I'll just reuse steering force. So steering is 0 to 1 from the keyboard. I'm just going to comment that out. I'm going to say instead, you know what? I'm going to keep it in. Ha! Even though that's bad. It's bad for you. The out angle. Now, depending on... So it's going to go up to 360 for one complete revolution. So I'm going to divide that by 360 so that one whole turn of the wheel is as if I was holding down the D key. But I can keep going to get more amplification out of that. And while I'm here, because I'm crouching a little bit, let's lower the camera a bit so I can sit up straight. All right, is this it? Am I done? Oh. Is that too low? It might be too low. Here, let me grab the XR player. Change the vertical height a bit. That's about the height I want, which is, let's say 1. Hey, that's a nice number. 1. Okay. Is this it? Am I done? Badoop. Badoop. Sweet. Oh, that feels bad. Alright, let's go climb this mountain here. I gotta say, this model by Natasha M, it puts a lot of surrounding anchors, so it doesn't feel as bad as it could be. As it could. Okay, real quick, I'm just going to clean this up a little. I'm going to turn off the highlight behavior on the steering wheel so it's not flickering anymore. And I'm going to replace the hand art with just a cube that's like 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.15. Let's try that. Oops. Oh, we don't need a box collider on these hands. We just need to see them. That's all. Be a little less distracting. Okay, let's give this a two-handed go. Oh no, I don't see my hands. Where are my hands? Did I just lose tracking? Is that all? Because I do have hands. Let's give it a second to regain tracking. Hands, hands, hands. Hands, hands, hands. No hands. It's saying hand art disabled. What? Oh. Oh. Because I need to drag in. There we go. Okay. That should be it. My tracking is not messed up. It is VR development, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to zero out this cube that I duplicated. Okay. That should be it. Let's maximize. And let's break the front panel off my headset. I got some cube hands. I can grab the steering wheel. And if I leave the steering wheel on a turn and let go, Nice. Let's take this mountain. Can I? Nope. My bus is not strong enough to take the mountain. Let's I thought I turned off that highlight behavior. Okay, let's go this way. Let's build up some momentum. Oh, ow. Let's build up some momentum and let's go get some sweet air off this hill. I need some. Oh no! Oh, whew, made it. Oh, need to increase the draw distance out there. I need some trees or something. I need some character to the environment. Oh yeah, I'm going at a good clip now. Whoa, damn. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's working pretty well. Let's just spice it up a little bit. How do you add trees? I've never added a tree before. No trees defined. Well, what's a tree? Can I just create a cube tree? Can I just... Whoops. Badoop. There's the tree. No, I need an empty game object. And in that empty game object, I want the tree. That's going to be zeroed out. Empty game object will rest on the ground. Then I'll call this a roots. And I don't want a collider on that. I probably don't even want a Badoop. And a trunk. And that is going to be slightly smaller and much taller. And lift it up. Good enough. And then I need a canopy, which... What's the best primitive 3D object for a canopy? Oh wait, tree. There's literally a tree. An optimized tree. What is an optimized tree? You know what? Let's do it. Let's just take this optimized tree. I've never even seen anything like this before. You're going to be orange. And you don't seem to have leaves. What are the... Oh, hey, look, it all changes. Is this optimized bark material? And I click on that, and then it does all this stuff. Branch material. Okay, let's make it green branches. Okay, I gotta make some things. Let's go branch and leaf. Look at me exploring trees. So this is gonna be branch. Yes, apply that material. Do it. Break material. I don't think I want a break material. Oh, but the branch material... It doesn't work. Unity has not changed over their tree prefab to one that works with the new system. Fun. With the new universal rendering pipeline. Oh, yay, I love early adoption. Okay, so... Wait, what's this? Oh, this must be the prefab it's taking, huh? Okay. So now if I go here to trees, can I just add a tree to the list? Like that? Like that? Oh. Can I apply that change to the mesh? Okay. And now that I have a tree in the list, we could just paint trees, right? Mass place trees, number of trees. Do it. Did it do it? I see one tree. It's just the map too big. Preparing bake. Oh, hey, look at all those trees. Oh, are they just not drawing very far? Is that what's going on? Is there a radius? What's this do? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So there's a lot of trees now. There's a ton of trees. So let's just place 5,000 trees and not keep the existing trees. It'll be a little more sparse. Probably run a lot better. Tree height is randomized. Well, it's probably too late, right? Trees? Is there any trees now? Any trees? Any trees? God, how many trees do I need? 10,000? Fine. I'll keep 10,000. Okay, I also wanted... Let's delete these cameras I'm not using. The HMD camera rendering. The far clipping plane could be farther. Yeah. And now the shadow rendering, like, we have this sphere on the ground of, like, lighting, I guess. Is that, like, just editor only, or... Let's see how it looks. With my random orange trees using the incorrect shader. There's one tree. Is my terrain just too... Oh, there's another tree. It just popped into existence. So there's this ring around me. I bet there's something like, oh, the trees have an LOD because they're optimized, right? But that's it. LOD quality. You know what? I'm going to make my own cylinders in the environment. There we go. It's my cylinder tree. I'm going to call it tree 2. And now... let's add tree 2. I must use the nature soft occlusion. Let's remove tree 1. Must use the soft occlusion shader. Let's see. Nature. Speed tree 8. Sure, let's do it. And then let's color our, where'd it go? Tree 2. Let's color tree 2 with that leaf. Boom. And now let's repopulate the terrain Hey, look at that. We already got a whole bunch more. Okay, let's... I don't even know if this works. Not keep existing. Replace. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Hopefully this just looks better. It'd be cool if Unity made all those things work with the universal render pipeline, which is something I really enjoy using. Oh wow, I love the LOD popping these trees into existence. Well, let's drift around the corner here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Boop. I have to get in my sphere of influence. Okay, so I wonder what that distance is. I wonder where that distance is set, because I'd like to play with that. Badoo. Ka-chunk. Nice. Nice. So I've got my Mad Max party bus driving through a terrain of blue alien trees. Oh, and I bet those trees have colliders on them too. It's only a matter of time before I hit one. Come on up. Uh-oh. 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 And game over. Womp womp. All right, I'm going to call that a success. It took me... What did it take me? I mean, I did a lot of polish at the end. Let's call it around hour. I know I started the timer late, but yeah, round about an hour to actually make... That's a cool view. Around about an hour to make what I set out to make, and then added a little bit of time to polish it up a little bit. Wow. So, fun thing. I get very motion sick in VR, and this did not make me sick. I mean, when I was doing really tight turns and I wasn't keeping my vision straight ahead, that was kind of failing, or like starting to feel it there. But there's probably some mitigation strategies we can help it out. We can use to help out. I'm finding... Like, I've always known this, but I really struggle with the artistic portion of things. Like, I've always had someone on the team that know how to just make all the shadows look good, for example. And that's something I'm struggling with in this particular scene. And I've never made terrain before, but hey, look, I'm learning things and I'm using new things, and all good. All right. Hour-long code doodle. I'm happy with what I made. Thanks, Natasha M, for the delightful party bus model. Sorry I had to remix it so hard for the universal render pipeline. All right, time to actually get to work for the day. All right, peace.